Hey Internet, welcome to Car Audio Fabrication. I am excited to announce that it's officially time to start another build. That's right, this spring and summer I'm going to be working on doing a full install into a Jeep Wrangler. Now the Jeep Wrangler is notorious for being a fairly noisy vehicle and for having less than stellar audio performance. So how can we improve on that? Well, this install is going to consist of multiple amplifiers, component speakers up front, coaxials in the back, a custom amp rack, and of course, a custom sub box. So of course, to kick this project off right, we need our car audio gear. Let's start unboxing. Now first off, I want to say a huge thank you to Rockford Fosgate for sponsoring this build. I've been a fan of Rockford Fosgate for years. I've used their stuff in a lot of my previous builds and it's always been top notch. So I'm really excited about being able to work with those guys for this build. Now I actually have 3 different boxes here and I'm not exactly sure what's in what box, so it might be kind of random. Let's bust out the Olfa knife and get started. All right, first box here. I have a feeling this might just be a roll of wire. It is a roll of wire, all right. Since I'm gonna be doing a multi-channel amplifier running wire to all 4 of the speakers, the 2 component sets up front and the coaxials in the back, and also I'll need a little bit for the subwoofer, but I just wanted to make sure that I have plenty of wire here. So we've got our speaker wire here. All right, next box here. We got bubble wrap. Ooh, we've got some shirts. That way I can show my Rockford Fosgate pride. So now we also have a subwoofer grill here. And I don't want to give too much away yet, but this is obviously for the subwoofer, which is not in this box, so we'll see that in a second. And I'll explain why I got this grill. And we also have a dual amplifier wiring kit. It has our main power lead, which is 0 gauge wire. It also has 4 gauge, multiple different runs so that we can hook up the 2 separate amplifiers so you have the power in the ground. We've got our 3 signal cables because we're going to be doing 5 channels of output, and we have our fuse holder. Next in this box we have an additional fused power distribution block. I'll be using this since I'm running 2 different amplifiers. That way I have a fused lead to each amplifier. I also have 3 additional twisted pair signal cables. These guys are 3 feet long. All right, let's bring in the last box here. This is the big one. So first off, we have the T16. Now this is a coaxial speaker. You can see it comes with speaker adapters so that you could fit it into a 6x9 location. So this is Rockford's T1 series. And like I said, it's a coaxial speaker. And in case you didn't know, what that means is it has both a woofer and a tweeter built into one. This particular speaker will be mounted into the rear soundbar in the back of the Jeep. Next here we have the T2652-S. This is a full component speaker, meaning it has a separate woofer and tweeter. The crossover is separated from the speakers. So here's our 2 crossovers. So we have some tweeter mounting brackets, and of course we have the tweeter. Now I'm excited to show you guys because this has a pretty unique design that allows the tweeter to be mounted in different ways. So once we get to the full install video for this stuff, I'll be showing you guys a lot more about this product in detail. Now here you can see the actual woofer itself. We of course, with both sets of speakers, we have a grill, and you can see there is our woofer. Now next up here we have the T400 XAD, and this is actually a mini amplifier. I say mini in quotes because even though it's super tiny, it definitely has a ton of output. This is something I really like about Rockford Fosgate is they include a berth sheet with all of their amplifiers. So this is for this exact amplifier. It was tested at the factory, and we can see, even though this is rated on the box at being 400 watts, we can see that at the factory this actually did 548 watts. And it also has the breakdown here of each channel and its rating as well. Now the way the harnesses are on this, you can just cut it if you're interfacing with the factory signal wires, or it has RCA if you're just using that. Here's my hand. This thing is small. So this is cool too. This amplifier actually has a clip indicator built into it, so it comes with a setup disc so that we can run that when we first install this and make sure that our level controls are all set just the way they need to be. I'll go into more detail on that process and everything else when we actually install this. Next up, we have another mini amplifier, but this is the T500 X1BR. And I should have mentioned, in case it wasn't obvious, the 4-channel amplifier is for the 2 component speakers up front and then the 2 coaxial speakers in the back. The T500 X1BR is going to be used for our subwoofer. Now again, this is rated at 500 watts, but we have the birth sheet, and let's see what it actually measured at the factory. 540 watts. So let's take a little bit closer look here. Again, super small. This is actually the same exact footprint as the other one, so they'll match up nicely. Now in this case, we only have the 1 channel of control. It's not the 2 banks like the 4-channel was. But again, it includes a setup disc so that we can set up the clipping, make sure everything is level matched just right. Now, I've been really excited to see this guy. So this is the T1S110. What it is a single 1 ohm voice coil 10-inch subwoofer. But what's awesome about this subwoofer is it's a slim subwoofer. It has very shallow mounting depth. So this 10-inch subwoofer only has a mounting depth of 3 inches. 3 inches. And what's impressive is even though it only has a 3-inch mounting depth, it's actually rated at 500 watts. So it matches up perfectly with the T500 X1BR amplifier. And here we have it. I had to check it real quick. Let's see. I would say it's actually almost a hair under 3 inches. Now the advantage of this is where I plan on installing it in the Jeep is a very, very shallow, small location. And the idea is that we want to be as stealth as possible, but we still want to have a lot of bass output. So that's going to be an exciting part of the video series. Looks awesome. I can't wait to get this thing installed. And if you remember earlier, I mentioned with the grill, I wanted to bring up what it was for. So the reason I'm actually going to be using the grill is this subwoofer is actually going to be down firing. So what that means is it will be facing down like this, and I'll go into more the advantages of why you want to do down firing, but the idea behind the grill is just in case anything does happen to get underneath there, it's going to keep it out of the way of the speaker moving. Now since this is going to be a full build, I have a lot of opportunity to make different how-to videos for you guys. From how to pick wire sizes to picking a good amplifier mounting location. What are some different things that you guys would like to see? Thank you guys again for watching this video. I really appreciate it. Thank you for all your kind comments on the last video as well. Also again, a special thanks to Rockford Fosgate. If you'd like to check out some of their gear, you can do so by clicking some of the links over here. Until next time, design, build, and install. Thanks for watching.